I'm Allendale's chief meteorologist Ryan Martin with a look at your midday weather update. Surface analysis across the middle of the country right now doesn't show anything dramatic. We've got moisture coming across the deep south. We kind of knew there was going to be some moisture there. It's gotten a little bit more of a northerly push than what we were originally thinking. There's a tongue of moisture that kind of comes across the northern third of Indiana back into central Illinois. We were looking for this moisture mostly to stay in southern Indiana, southern tip of Illinois. So there's a slightly better northerly push. But again, the western boundary of this is mostly the Mississippi River Valley. So it's not something that's impacting a large part of the western Corn Belt and not even back into the plains. So we're going to watch as warm air continues to flourish there. Sunshine helping matters out. Strong high pressure over Colorado and back into the Rockies. That's going to move eastward as well. Latest model information into us right now shows that, generally speaking, the wet areas of the United States over the next 10 days to 2 weeks will be from the deep south through the Ohio River Valley. This one system moving through right now will be followed by another one coming ashore in Louisiana as we go on through Thursday into Friday, lifting northward almost over this exact same track. That one could put heavier precipitation in right along the Ohio River Valley. And then we're going to be seeing probably another system try and move in generally the same way as we go toward the end of next week, a little bit farther west into Oklahoma and Texas. In between, there's kind of a tough scenario to work through because the European model shows a fairly significant storm system passing over the Great Lakes region as we go through the first part of next week, Monday, Tuesday. And where we have a problem in the forecast here is we believe that the cold air is going to be coming back into the eastern third of the country. Northern part is the Great Lakes as well as we go through the early part of next week. But we also are not seeing a big push of precipitation. We feel the European model is overdone on precipitation, probably a little overdone on the cold air. By the same token, the American model, the GFS, doesn't even have anything in this time frame. So it's going too far the other way. I think we're going to have to watch for almost a clipper-like system coming from southern Canadian prairies across the northern part of the United States, bringing a little bit of light rain and also bringing cooler air in. We see the cool air basically working in on an axis from north-central North Dakota down across central Indiana and toward the mid-Atlantic states. North and east of that line, you're definitely going to be seeing colder than normal temperatures probably through next week. Not falling through the floor like what we just got done with last week, but nowhere near the above normal levels that we're talking about here for the rest of this week. And then to the south and west of that line, we're actually going to be seeing temperatures stay normal to above. As a matter of fact, I think we're going to be seeing well above normal temperatures through the plains. Speaking of the plains, hard red winter wheat areas, a crop trying to come out of dormancy with the warm air out there. Not a lot of moisture to work with. Still looks to me like if we can make it through toward the second half of next week, the 19th into the 20th, we're going to be seeing a better chance of moisture coming together. First little wave comes across eastern Oklahoma, East Texas, and into the lower Missouri Valley. But then we see a backside kind of feature trying to come together in eastern Colorado, moving out over the hard red winter wheat belt around the 20th. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for some action there. International weather doesn't show a lot of change right now. Still looking at a front working its way slowly through Brazil, especially from later tomorrow through Saturday. Grand total, we're looking at probably rains in the 3/4 to 2.25 inch range right now. Not really differing too much from what we wrote up this morning, what we were seeing there. The biggest areas to be seeing this rain, Mato Grosso, Goiás, Minas Gerais, the key bean areas. So this is probably going to give a little bit of a delay to bean harvest. However, you go farther south into kind of more of the corn country, we've seen moisture move out of south and southeastern Brazil here already today, still moving into parts of Sao Paulo. But I would say from southern Mato Grosso through do Sul, through Paraná, down into Rio Grande do Sul, that entire area looks drier, on a drier trend here through the rest of this week and into early next. Scattered moisture still around, but no serious fronts. And then we'll have another front that tries to come through that area, the first part of next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, perhaps. So there is going to be some net drying there. Argentina has another front that it has to deal with probably late this week through the weekend, 1/2 inch range tops. Coverage, though, about 70%. No change in the situation in Australia. Still pretty dry there. We are seeing slightly better moisture emerge over western parts of the former Soviet Union and Russian grain areas. Russia itself and Kazakhstan, not so good. Ukraine and the former Soviet Union countries a little bit better here this afternoon. That's the way things are stacking up. If you've got any questions on the weather, give us a call at Allendale. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin.